Go ghost, disappear, and double the down on yourself. That's the best way that you could really level up in this life. But there's a certain way to do it. There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And I think dudes have a misunderstanding of what I mean when I say go ghost. Because like when I was in my 20s and if I heard that idea of just like disappearing, I think the thing that would come to me, my first thought would be, but what about my friends? What about my friends? I'm going to be alone. Isn't it just going to be lonely? That's going to lead to depression. That's what I would imagine if I just put myself in my 25-year-old body. I was very dependent on my friends. More importantly, I couldn't be alone and be happy. Like I was not that guy. I could not just sit home alone. I feel like I would be twiddling my thumbs and I would be bored and I'd be wondering what my friends were doing. Are they having fun without me? I hope they're not having too much fun. I better call them, see if I can hang around them. Or if I was genuinely going to be alone, I would need to escape. I was an escapist, right? In my teenage years, it was just to video games. I spent more time building up a video game character than I did my own life. And then in my late teens and 20s, it was weed. I would need to get high. I was high all day, all night. All day, all night for over 10 years, man. 10 years. And then when I actually made friends, because I started working on my social confidence and pickup and male-female dynamics, I would start going out and doing cold approach a lot in night game. I lived in New Jersey. There was no day game. I would have to go to the clubs, but I had a lot of social anxiety, so I needed to get drunk. I would just go out, drink a lot, do night game Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it definitely built up my confidence. I learned a lot about interacting with girls, flirting, escalating, going on dates. I met a lot of friends. My communication went up massively because I did that for a long time and I studied a lot of it. I was very passionate about making a transformation around all those things. And so I made friends, right? But at some point I became dependent on my friends too. It was like I couldn't just be alone. And that's the whole point of this video is go ghost. But go ghost can mean different things to different people. I don't mean stay cooped up in your house, don't talk to anybody, and dive into video games and weed. That's going ghost. That's not the right way to go ghost. I'm talking about you need to be alone without vices and be happy that you're working on yourself. That's what going ghost means. That means you're so locked into your self-development journey that you can't be reached. And I think I'm kind of at that level. I'm not intentionally at that level. I'm not like, oh, my boy's calling me, but I'm in ghost mode, so I can't answer it. And I'm just sitting there bullshitting. Like, no, I mean, like, I've structured out my day to have so much, I guess you could say, uncomfortable action. The old me would think it's very uncomfortable. I've been doing it so consistently that it's not that uncomfortable. But you want to structure out your day filled with action. And it's action that's going to lead to a better version of yourself. So for me, that starts with the gym. That starts with an early wake-up time. That also starts with removing all the bad shit. No weed anymore, no drugs anymore. So I just wake up, I eat just eggs. My diet is super clean. I'm on 0 carbs the first 12 hours of my day, just eating eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. That's all I eat for the first 12 hours of the day. You don't need to go as insane with your diet, but I deliberately go carbless throughout the day, so I feel a little hungry, so I'm in kind of a fasted state and my mind's very sharp, and that helps bring more awareness to gratitude and my self-development journey, and being able to communicate effectively on camera, on my client calls, on my onboarding calls inside my community. I'm about to run a morning motivation call inside of my group at 9 a.m. I do that in the mornings during the week. But the only way to get to the level, it's 2 things, man, because it's like, it's not that I never went out. I needed to actually go out into the world to increase my social confidence, but that's not the only part of it. The other part of it to get to very high levels is to build something as a dude. That could be a business, a brand. For me, it was putting out a lot of content. For me, it was also not turning to the vices, because even if I was alone, I would feel the need to scroll. I would get bored if I couldn't have drugs or video games. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm just gonna watch YouTube? That's not the solution either, man. Miguel, what's up, buddy? Good morning. Oh, man. My man knows how to sneak in every fucking video. At least he didn't have the leaf blower today. But that's really what it comes down to, man. It's being able to lock in by yourself for hours on end, every day, and get to a point where you can be prideful of the fact that you're doing that. I'm happy when I wake up in the morning and it's 5 in the morning. Sun's not up yet. Nobody's at the fucking gym. I'm walking around here filming my video. I'm happy when that happens. It wasn't always like that though. The first 100 days of me doing that, I woke up and I was like, this is stupid. I'm gonna wake up this early on the weekend. Everybody's out partying. That's what I'm talking about with the FOMO and the friends. Everybody's out partying. What am I missing out on? I gotta go to the gym right now. That was my initial thought. And that will be your thought too. If you try to go ghost and you try to double down on a self-development routine where you're locked in and you're alone, you will be having FOMO. You will be thinking, it's stupid. You will be having these weak voices. Yeah, but how long am I actually gonna do this? Is this actually even worth it? I could be out with them. Like that would happen to me on Saturday and Sunday mornings. It would be 4 a.m. I'd be going to the gym and I'm thinking, damn, everybody's still out. You know what happened now? 171 days later, my perspective on the whole thing switched. You can get accustomed to thinking any which way. If you're afraid of being alone right now, you can learn to love to be alone. It just takes practice and repetition and consistency. But if you're always turning to drugs, video games, weed, porn, all the other things you need to feel okay with being alone, you never have that room for growth. There's never an opportunity for you to rewire your brain. The only way you'll rewire your brain is when you take the new action every day. Every day. That's what I tell guys in the community, right? If you join my community, you get a one-on-one onboarding call directly with me. I'll sit down with you for 30 minutes and I structure out your day. We point out where your vices are, where you're bullshitting in your life, what activities need to be going on at what times and what hours of the day. We structure that together. Then there's some time for coaching, and then you have a daily live call that you can participate in and the community that you can engage in. That's what's gonna hold you accountable. The problem in your life right now, guys, is you don't have accountability and you don't have structure. So when you're home alone, your shitty wired brain is focusing on your friends and social media and sports and God knows what the fuck else it is. Maybe it's just women. Maybe you're just sitting there thinking about women all day. I don't know what it is, but I promise you it's not productive. And even if you were to try to be alone for hours on end right now, you would be miserable. You'd have FOMO, you'd turn to vices, you just wouldn't be fun, you wouldn't enjoy it. I'm at a point where I actually enjoy my mornings alone. It doesn't need to be like that every single day, but you gotta go ghost to lock in to get to that point, right? That's the whole point of this video. It's not live your whole life alone. What the fuck kind of life is that? It's about detaching from these things for an extended period of time, a burst period of time where you're just completely removed. That's what going ghost means, right? You go ghost and then you lock in for an extended period of time. And number one, your gains will be crazy because you no longer have any of the other distractions that are holding you back. We have all these setbacks that stop us from making progress every single day, right? I went through this perpetual loop. 4 days of progress followed by day 5, Friday, drinking, staying up late, missing wake up times, missing calorie counts, missing workouts, turning to drugs that fuck up my brain for the next day, which means I don't make the video the next day. The only way to have massive breakthroughs is to do something every day. In my opinion, there's no other option. And you might disagree with that because honestly, you're in a different mindset because you haven't been doing it. That's why you're listening to the video, dude. Go ghost. But what about my friends? I'm still friends with all of my friends. I went ghost. Some of them still call me. But honestly, it's kind of hard to get in touch with me nowadays. It really is. Like, you're better off joining my community and then you could talk to me on the calls. Because it's more aligned with my purpose and me wanting to actually help people. I just don't have time to fucking smoke weed and chill and bullshit. To me, that's unproductive. I've rewired my brain to the point where I no longer want to do those things. I don't feel bad. I feel stupid if I'm even engaging in those things. The only way you get there, though, is a burst period of time of going ghost, removing yourself from the environments that are distracting you from doing the uncomfortable actions that you should do every day to get to that next level. And yes, I mean every day, dude. I mean every single day. It doesn't need to be the whole day. You're not doing 18 hours of it. Most of you guys would hit your next level just from removing that 1 or 2 vice that you do, whether it's drugs, alcohol, weed, video games, porn, whatever it is. You just remove those things for 100 days and you have an extra 1 to 2 hours a day just doing one particular uncomfortable action. Whether that's talking on camera, building a business or a brand, putting out content, working on your social interaction, hitting the gym, counting your calories, your diet, getting lean, studying a skill set, like whatever it is. Like most of you dudes, your level up is not that far away from it. You might even do it a couple days a week, but your next level up is going ghost on those vices and locking in for 100 days. Locking the fuck in for 100 days. And here's the thing, man, your friends will still be there. Or if you really lose your friends, it's not a bad thing. It means they were most likely contributing to those really bad vices. Like a lot of my friends in my 20s, they were just my friends because we had the common interest of doing these bad things together. So it's like, if you want to smoke a blunt, I knew who to call. If I want to get drunk, I knew who to call. Are those really your friends, dude? I'm not saying that none of them were my friends. Actually, some of those people actually are my friends. But some of them really aren't my friends, and that's okay too. If I see them out, it's nothing but love. I need to take care of myself though. My self-development journey and my future is the most important. And the higher you go with it, the bigger your purpose will be. You have a greater purpose, a stronger why behind these things. But when you're just starting, you don't see it. You're so clouded by social media, drugs, alcohol, partying, women, lust, all the other bullshit, porn, video games, TV, movies, all the shit, man. You're clouded by that stuff. Remove those things and clear out some time throughout your day to put yourself into uncomfortable action. And do that for 100 days in a row. Now, 100 days might seem crazy, because when I first signed up for 100, I got excited. I did 100 days, I was like, yeah. But by day 20, I was like, fuck, dude, 100's a lot. So at first, just commit to doing a week. You're not in the right headspace to even lock in that long. And day 1, day 3, day 5 is gonna suck. Especially if you're going about it by yourself and you got no guidance around the whole thing. You know, you got nobody to talk to, you're removed from your friends. It's gonna be hard to lock in. So just commit to doing the first week and understand it might be difficult. But after the week ends, you would have done that thing 7 days in a row and you'll start to feel better about it, dude. And then that'll get you to day 30. And by day 30, you'll notice you actually made a lot of fucking progress, more than you ever did the last 3-6 months. That's motivation to keep you going. So right now you're not in the headspace to make a massive change, just like I wasn't either. But now I am. I've been doing 172 days. I don't want to ever stop, bro. Become so consistent that you don't want to break the streak. And that's how you'll really level up. And then you attract new people that are already at higher levels. That's how it works, man. Go ghost. Remove the bad shit. And stay consistent with it. And over time, your brain will rewire to get you to a point where you genuinely want to be alone at least a couple hours a day. I still go out and socialize. Social interaction's great. I run client calls. I run onboarding calls. I run a daily live call every day in my group. But I also go out into the world and interact with people. Women, friends. I make friends on a daily basis. I interact with the locals. I meet strangers on the street. I still have some friends I interact with. I have my coaches, my team, right? So I do both. But you need to be able to lock in at least for a couple hours a day. I'd say minimum 4 hours a day. Go ghost 4 hours a day if you're on the low level. If you want to go higher and higher and higher, it just gets better and better and better. If you want to fast track that process, guys, get into my community. I have a new coaching program in place. Click the button below. The moment you join, I will DM you inside the group. I will send you a booking link. You will pick out a day and a time for a 30-minute call directly with me. It's not somebody else, it's really with me. I'll sit down with you. We'll customize your week. I'll structure out an exact routine that you need to follow. I'll assign you a tiny piece of content to watch, not a shitload. Most of you dudes watch too much content. You need guidance, action, accountability, and leverage. If you've been watching my videos every day and your life hasn't massively changed, you're fucking around, dude. Get into the group. Stop watching content. You need engagement with someone who's gonna with someone who's gonna give you structure, a game plan, but more importantly, hold you accountable. I'm about to go run this morning motivation call, right? It's Monday morning. Everybody that hops on the call from the community, they all have an opportunity to speak. I don't end the call until I talk to every single person. You will all speak on my call and verbalize what happened over the last couple of days, what your regrets were, what were your wins, and what do we need to do to optimize for the next couple of days. And you have access to a call like that every single day. You have access to post in the community every single day. I respond personally to every single post in the community. I'm not fucking around in this group. I am going all in on this group. I give every single person in the group my cell phone. I tell them, dude, I'm committed to your self-development journey now. You're part of this group. I'm going all in on this. You're not quitting at this point. What day are you coming to my call? What day can I expect you on the call? What are you gonna have done by then? Right? It's accountability and structure like that you guys really need to do this. And having a community helps encourage you to take more action. When you see he's doing it, he's doing it, he's doing it. Bro, most of you guys are with your friends. They're not aligning with your goals. They're bullshitting, man. You have FOMO to hang around the friends that aren't even aligned with your goals, bro. Stop fucking around, dude. Go ghost, remove the bad shit, double down on yourself. If you want to fast track that process and increase the likelihood of you actually breaking through, click the button below, get inside the new program. It's extremely affordable, couple dollars a day, man. Stop buying the weed, drugs, vapes, video games, movies, and eating out. Fuck all of that. If you just took 1 week's worth of that money and put it into this program, I'll transform your whole fucking life. It's fucking chump change, man. Click the button below, get inside the group. I'll see you on that onboarding call. I'm going ghost for the next couple hours. I gotta go lock in. It's Monday morning. Let's get to it, man. I'll see you tomorrow, fellas. Peace out.